Hello there, KELOLAND. I'm meteorologist Tony Barlow. If you're spending any time outside here on this Friday afternoon, you're wondering what's the big deal with this winter storm coming. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have sunshine, very nice temperatures, but there are some big changes coming. We're going to kind of outline some of those, give you more of a behind-the-scenes look as far as what we expect for the coming weekend. It looks like Saturday night, Sunday, a pretty decent snow system coming for some of us. Others are going to see some rain and freezing rain, and some parts of KELOLAND it may just be plain old rain, which of course will also probably cause some issues as far as flooding is concerned. So I want to start with just a look at some of the weather models that we use behind the scenes in the Storm Center as we're forecasting the weather. I'll kind of run through some of the time series with you as well to let you know exactly what times these are. So here we are. This is starting out. Obviously not much going on today. It's pretty quiet, although there are some colder temperatures that have moved into northern portions of the state, and that's a sign of those areas. Mobridge, Aberdeen are in the teens today, while it's very warm in the south. So that's a good example of the temperature contrast, which will provide for some pretty interesting dynamics as the snow system moves on in. So as we go into the weekend, Saturday we may see a little bit of precipitation. This is Saturday about noon. We might see maybe some patchy drizzle, some flurries as some moisture starts to build on in, but we're not really expecting much during the day on Saturday. Now as we make our way into Sunday, this is midnight, Saturday night into Sunday, and you can see we're definitely starting to get some heavier precipitation showing up here. I just want to outline the state in case you're to give you kind of a better idea of where we're looking. So here's South Dakota, right there in the middle of your screen, just to be certain that you're able to tell exactly what we're looking at here. So area of low pressure moving up. You can see some of these red lines showing up here. These red lines are showing us where we have warm temperatures. So those are temperatures like that would produce mostly rain. Right here, this blue line, this is what we'd call the 540 line, and that's usually a good indicator of where we see the rain transition over to snow, and that's, as you can see, a little bit north here. So that's why we're concerned with the potential for some rain in southeastern portions of the area. So as we continue through, let's head on into the day on Sunday. This is Sunday about 6 a.m. You can see we have some pretty dynamic precipitation already starting here. The line, the 540 lines, right around maybe Brookings up to Watertown, and then south towards Gregory. So those areas south of that would be in the potential area where we could see some rain, some freezing rain, or even just plain rain or freezing rain likely. As you go north and west of that, basically the entire rest of the state is going to be looking at temperatures cold enough to produce snow. Farther south, it's going to be warm enough so they're all rain, and it looks like there could potentially be some pretty significant rains as well. As we continue on through, you can see here, this is noon Sunday where we have these blue shades. It's very heavy precipitation, so we are going to be seeing some very heavy snow out in these areas of central South Dakota, and also this 540 line is beginning to work its way farther south now. And as we make our way then into Sunday night, this is around 6 o'clock, you can see that 540 line's way over here into Iowa, so everything on the backside will then turn over to snow. Now that's one model's idea of what we're going to be looking at. I want to show you a different run and show you kind of some of the contrast, some of the differences there. So this is what we call the GFS model. The other one we were looking at was the NAM model. And on this one you can see pretty similar scenario. This is Sunday at 6 a.m. But we can transition and go back and forth here between the two models. Same time period, different model. And what you're seeing is this GFS model right here has a little warmer bias, so it's trying to bring in even a little bit more warm air, maybe a little bit longer period of rain. It's also got some of the heavier precipitation farther north into South Dakota. Let's continue through time here, and you can see already by noon Sunday the GFS is trying to change things over to snow, while the NAM model would have kept things maybe rain a little bit longer. That also may be that period where we're seeing some of that rain and freezing rain in the southeast as well. As we continue then through 6 o'clock Sunday, we're getting basically all snow now across the entire viewing area. And then right into Sunday night, things wrap up pretty quickly. You can see our area of low pressure almost out of camera view here as we make our way into Sunday night. So this is going to be a pretty progressive storm. It's going to move fairly quickly. It'll be out of here as we go into Monday morning for the most part. Maybe some light snow lingering Monday, but it does look like the snow will be wrapping up Sunday night. So it's going to be a quick hitting, and the snow potential is pretty high. This is a look at some of our another model, and this is the snow in inches. So we don't want to scare anyone with this because these models often overinflate, but this model right here, thinking the potential will be there for us to see With this run, maybe 10 to 12 inches of Sioux Falls, but look down here to the farther south. These are other model runs that are saying basically no snow. Here in the Storm Center, we're thinking probably in that lesser amount. We're not thinking we're going to see a whole lot of snow in Sioux Falls because of the transition over to the rain to snow. As we go towards Aberdeen, it's a little bit different story. We have also some very high snow totals there, 6+ inches pretty likely in the Aberdeen area. Although the stronger dynamics will probably be a little bit farther south of Aberdeen, but there could be some spots up here where we see 10 to 12 inches of snow. We'll have to refine that forecast exactly as we go through the next couple days. Then as we transition to an area like, say, Huron, you can see here a pretty good consensus of maybe 8 to 10 inches of snow for this model as well. So either way, we are going to be seeing some significant snow out of this system. Again, it looks like best chance of rain, freezing rain, will be in the south. We do have some flooding concerns for the south as well. Have had our first flood warnings of the year issued for the Sioux Falls area down in northwest Iowa, so that's a concern. We'll keep an eye on flood conditions. Also, the freezing rain threat Saturday night into Sunday will be something we'll have to keep an eye on, especially in the southeast, maybe even a little bit north of Sioux Falls, that chance of freezing rain. Snow threat will be very heavy from Rapid City to Pierre to Aberdeen. Huron, Mobridge, Huron, Brookings, Watertown area, Mitchell even going to be kind of on the borderline of that rain and snow. So it's a complex forecast. Stay tuned as we go through the weekend. We'll have the latest for you at KELOLAND.com and again at KELOLAND TV. Thanks for tuning in.